Welcome to this fourth video of lesson Pythagoras Theorem of Standard 10th Mathematics Part 2. In our previous videos, we have seen how to prove the similarity and right angle triangle theorem and geometric mean based on that, as well as we have proved Pythagoras Theorem and converse of Pythagoras Theorem. Now let's solve some questions based on all these concepts, whatever we have recalled and studied. So let's see the first question from practice set 2.1. Okay, the question is here: identify with reason which of the following are Pythagorean triplets. And I have taken these two triplets for example. Okay, when we will understand how to present this, you can solve the remaining triplets also. Okay, so let's see here. Let's answer here. Answer of question number 1. Now the first triplet is given to us 3, 5, 4. Now what is the Pythagorean triplet? Pythagorean triplet is a set of such three numbers where the square of the largest number is equal to sum of the squares of the remaining two numbers. So we have to check whether this is applicable to this triplet or not. If you see these three numbers 3, 5, 4, the largest number is 5. Okay, so we will see that 5 square is what? 25. What are the remaining two numbers? 3 square is 9 and 4 square is 16. Okay, now let's take that square, sum of the squares of the two smaller numbers. Okay, now see, 3 square plus 4 square is equal to what? 9 plus 16, which gives us sum 25. Now what is 25? 25 is the square of 5 is equal to 5 square. So we can see that as 5 square is equal to 3 square plus 4 square. So square of the largest number is equal to sum of the squares of remaining two numbers. This is true. Therefore, you can say as this is equal, 3, 5, 4 is a Pythagorean triplet. And if we do not find such relation, then we will say it is not a Pythagorean triplet. So we have verified, identified with reason whether it is a Pythagorean triplet or not. Now let's see the second one. Second one, the numbers are 4, 9 and 12. Here let's see here, biggest number is 12, its square is 144. Now let's take the remaining two numbers. 4 square it is 16 and 9 square it is 81. Okay, now you can take that 4 square plus 9 square is equal to 16 plus 81. This sum will give you 6 plus 1, 7, 8 plus 1 is 9, and we can see that 97 is not equal to 144. Okay, and therefore 12 square is not equal to sum of squares of remaining two numbers 4 and 9. So 12 square is not equal to 4 square plus 9 square. Or here also you can write which is not equal to 144. And you can write here as, therefore 4, 9, 12 is not a Pythagorean triplet. So this is the way of presentation to identify whether it is triplet or not. Okay, now suppose this question comes in such a way: identify if 3, 5, 4 are the sides of right angle triangle. Then the presentation will be more or less like this, little bit change over here. So if I rub this here, the question is, suppose say are this sides of a right angle triangle, of a right angle triangle. Suppose the question is like this, this, then you can use similarly here. So here you can say as 5 square is equal to 3 square plus 4 square, you can say by converse of Pythagoras theorem. 3, 5, 4 are the sides of a right angle triangle. Means if the question pattern, sentence is changed, format is changed, then that if are the sides of right angle triangle, is that the question, then you have to use the same thing. If square of one side is equal to sum of the squares of the remaining two sides, then by converse of Pythagoras, that triangle is a right angle triangle. And of course the highest side, the biggest side, highest not largest side is a hypotenuse, okay, where the phi is the hypotenuse, okay. So this way we can solve. So the question is more or less same, only we have to write these words over here for a right angle triangle, okay. Fine. Let's go for answer of question number 2. What is question number 2 here? Let's see. You can see in the figure that the angle MNP is 90 degree. MNP is a 90 degree. Segment NQ is perpendicular to segment NP. NQ is here perpendicular to segment NP. Now MQ is 9. Where is MQ? This is 9. QP is 4. QP is 4. You have to find NQ. This is NQ. This you have to find. Okay. Now when this angle is a right angle 90 degree, the triangle is right angle triangle. Now you have similarity and right angle, that when NQ is perpendicular drawn on the hypotenuse, okay. So we have proved that these two triangles are similar to the original and to each other. And based on this, we know that NQ is a geometric mean of NQ and QP, in which the hypotenuse is divided into two parts. So using the theorem of geometric mean, we can write so. So answer number 2, in triangle MNP, angle MNP is equal to 90 degree given, okay. Therefore, in right angle triangle MNP, now NQ, segment NQ is perpendicular to hypotenuse MP. Given is not its right angle triangle, but as it is right angle here 90 degree, this is the right angle and this is perpendicular drawn on the hypotenuse NP. Therefore, NQ is geometric mean of MQ and QP. MQ and QP. That's why NQ square is equal to product of these two, MQ into QP. Okay. So therefore NQ square is equal to 9 into 4. Now either we can multiply this and take the square root. Therefore it is going to be 36. Now NQ square is going to be 9 for the 36, and therefore taking square root of both sides, we can get it 6. Here we will consider only the positive value of the square root of 36, because the length of the segment cannot be negative. Or the another way we can say that NQ is equal to, here we can take, as these two numbers are perfect square, 9 and 4, we can take square root of both sides and we can get NQ is equal to square root of 9, that is 3, and square root of 4, that is 2. And therefore NQ is equal to 6. For smaller numbers you can go this way, but for larger numbers, if they are perfect squares, then surely you have to go for this method. For example, suppose you get that NQ square is equal to say 121 into 64. It's not useful at all to take the product and then find the square root, but we can find here taking square roots of both sides, as both numbers are perfect square. What is the square root of 121? It's 11. And what is the square root of 64? It is 8. And that's why you get NQ is equal to 88. So this second method is useful in such case where the numbers are big enough and they are perfect square. And if they are not perfect square, still you can find the factors of it, and you can get the pairs of factors, and then you can find the square root. Okay. So let's go for now the third question. So whatever tip I have given you just now, if you use it, that will be surely helpful for you. If you want to know example of that thing which I told, I can give example of that also. Say suppose NQ is in case, suppose you get it say 32 into say 8 suppose. Now none of 32 or 8, they are not at all perfect squares. But if you factorize 62 such that 16 twos are, okay, because 16 is a perfect square but 2 is not. And if you factorize 8 as 4 twos are, okay, so you have factorized this 32 in this way and 8 in this way, where you have this as a perfect square. So 16, okay, this 2 twos are, you get it 4, and this 4 you can copy as it is. Now you have got each number which is a perfect square, or you can just have it here 16 into 4, 4 is also 16, and then you got it 16 square. So if NQ square is 16 square, you can get it NQ is equal to 60. Here in this case we can go like this. But if it, for example, suppose you get after factorizing NQ square, it says 16 into 9 into 4. Suppose you have got in this way, then what you can do, NQ you can take it square root of 16, that is 4, square root of 9, that's 3, and square root of 4, it's 2. And that's why, like the product of this, 4 3s are 12, 12 2s are 24. So these are some other examples for other numbers. So depending on what product you get as NQ square, accordingly you can choose which easy method you can apply to get the value of NQ from its square. Okay, let's go further now. I hope now the point is clear, pretty clear. Let's go for question number 4. Now question number 3 is similar to the same concept, geometric mean. Now as you have understood this one, you can solve that one also. I think then this value and this value is given, and you have to find this value. Surely you can do that. Okay. Now let's go for question number 4, where you have to find RP and PSA, triangle PSR. Let me draw this figure here clearly. Okay. So this triangle is given due to you PSR. Okay, PSR, where you can see this is 90, and this angle is given to us 30 degree. I think one thing is I'm missing over here. This, yes, RH side is given 6. This side is 6 given. Here it is 6. Should be 6. So now we have to find which values. We have to find RP. RP, this hypotenuse we have to find, and SP or PS, this we have to find. Okay. Now we know only one side, and we have to find the remaining two sides of triangle RPSR. So it is R, P and PS. Okay, this is the question. Now if you observe the given figure, this is not only right angle triangle, we have given one more angle which is 30 degree. Now one angle is 30 degree, second is 90, the remaining angle should be 60 degree. So you can write this, because this is 90, 180 minus 90 will be 90, so 30 plus 60 is going to be 90. So first we have to show that this triangle is 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree triangle, and using that property or theorem of 30, 60, 90, we can find that two sides. Okay, but let's show first it is 30, 60, 90 degree triangle. So how we can start this answer? So in triangle RPS, angle S is 90 degree, angle P is 30 degree, and now you can write directly, therefore angle R is equal to 60 degree. The reason is remaining angle of triangle RSP. Okay, so you need not to show that sum and everything. Now you can write directly. Okay, so therefore triangle RPS is 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree triangle. Okay. Now, as per this, we know that the side opposite to 30 degree, that is SR, is half of the hypotenuse PR. Okay. Therefore, SR is equal to half of PR. Here, the reason is side opposite to 30 degree. Okay. Therefore, now we know SR, that is 6. This half, we have to take it on this side, but as it is a product of fraction, it will come as reciprocal of that. Or the other way, if it is divided by 2, here it is multiplied by 2. Upon 1 you can write, or you can ignore, is equal to PR. And therefore, PR is equal to 6 2s are 12. Okay, so this is 6, then it is 12. Okay, now for finding this SP, okay, or PS, PS is side which is opposite to this 60 degree angle. This is 60 degree angle, and opposite to 60 degree is root 3 upon 2 of the hypotenuse PR. The reason is side opposite to 60 degree. Okay, and that's why your PS is going to be, it is root 3 upon 2. Now we have got PR, which is 12. Now let's simplify this. 2 1s are and 2 6 are 12, and therefore PS is equal to 6 root 3. My dear students, there is a small tip for you, that whenever you have the product of irrational and rational number, you should write first the rational number and then irrational number. So this is the simple rule we follow when we write the answer, okay, with the irrational number. And hence you can write the final answer, that therefore RP, PR and RP is same. RP is equal to 12. If it is having unit, and write unit. If it is not having unit, don't write. And PS is equal to 6 root 3, or PS or SP, whatever the question is. Yeah. So this way we have solved the fourth sum, where we have used 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree. Now let's see question number 5. Okay. So let me draw the figure of question number 5 here, and it is complete the following activity from the information given. Okay, now question number 5, its answer, we can say answer of question number 5. The triangle is given here like this, where it is A, B and C. Here we see the identical marks, 90 degree, and here the root 8. Okay, now here we have to complete the activity. First you have to write AB is equal to BC, dot dot dot, and box. Why AB and BC equal? We have to write the reason of this. We can see these two identical marks are here, so we can write G1. Okay. Now the next thing is, therefore angle BAC is equal to box. Okay. Now where is BAC? This is the angle B. Now in this triangle, if this is 90, these two are going to be complementary angles, correct? This, and now if these two sides are equal, these two angles are going to be equal. So if both are x, so x plus x, if it is 90 degree, it means 2x is 90, and therefore 1x can be 45. Okay, so both angles are congruent. So x 45 means these both angles are, BAC is also 45 degree. Okay, so this we have completed. Now we want to write, therefore AB is equal to BC is equal to box into AC. Now what is this? Now this triangle has become 45 degree, 90 degree triangle, and therefore these two sides opposite to 45 degree, they are 1 upon root 2 times the hypotenuse AC. That's why in this box it will become 1 upon root 2, which is equal to, again below this, box into root 8. Now value of AC is put over here, root 8. So here the same number will appear, 1 upon root 2. Now you cannot cancel this. So here it is given box into 2 root 2. Now root 8 and 2 root 2 are same. Its value is same because we know that 8 can be written as, it is 4 2s are. Square root of 8 is 4 square root of 4 into 2. And 4 is a perfect square. So it's square root of 4 into square root of 2. So square root of 4 is 2 root 2. So they have written these two values equivalent. So here what we have to copy? We have to copy the same number, 1 upon root 2. And now when you simplify this, is equal to box, of course this root 2 will get cancelled with this root 2, and that's why you will get 2 1s are 2. So in this way we have finished this activity. Now each correct box will give you half mark, but probably marks will be for this one box, second, third, and then fourth, because here you are copying the same number. So though there are 6 boxes, we will get marks for this 4 boxes, half for each. So this is 2 mark question. Okay, fine. Now let's go for the 6th question. Now what is the 6th question? Find the side and perimeter of a square whose diagonal is 10 centimeter. So let's draw the figure of a square. Okay. So let's say A, B, C, D is a square where each angle is a right angle and each side is congruent to each other. Okay. So Here we know the diagonal. Let's take diagonal AC, that 10 centimeter. And we have to find the side and perimeter. So any one side and perimeter we have to find. So okay, so it's the answer. We can say that let quadrilateral ABCD is a square. Okay, where diagonal AC is 10 centimeter. So now we have to find side. Okay, if this is a diagonal, if we take this triangle, therefore in triangle ABC we can get angle B is 90 degree, correct? And side AB is equal to side BC. Okay, so these two sides are common and this angle is right angle. So we can see that angle A and angle C is to be same and they should be 45. Therefore, angle A is equal to angle C is equal to 45 degree. So this triangle ABC is a 45 degree, 90 degree triangle. Now using this concept, we can find any one of the side. Like AB and BC both are same here, which is equal to 1 upon root 2 into diagonal AC. Here it is hypotenuse AC. That's why here it is going to be 1 upon root 2 into 10. Now here we do not have this square root sign in the 10. So how can we write? So this we can write as 10 upon root 2, and then we can rationalize the denominator. So we do not generally keep the irrational number in the denominator. So if we multiply this both numerator and denominator by root 2 to rationalize the denominator, this you will get 10 root 2 upon root 2 into root 2 will get simple 2, that is square root of 4 is 2. Now if you divide this 2 and this 5, you can get it 5 root 2, 5 root 2 centimeter. So this is your side, length of any side of the square, and as you want perimeter, therefore perimeter of square, okay, let's write here side of the square, as that ABCD is for our set, side of the square is 5 times root 2 centimeter. And this is the first answer. And the second answer is perimeter of the square is 4 into side. 4 into side, that is 4 into 5 root 2, that is 4 5s are 20 root 2 centimeter. Okay. So this is one method which everyone can do it very easily, no problem. There is one more smart way also in which we can do the same question. Instead of proving this all this, so we can use directly formula. Okay. How we can solve this sum? Okay. So in a square, now diagonal of a square, we can use the formula diagonal of square is equal to 1 upon root 2 into side, or side into root 2. Anyway you can write. So if you remember this formula, that diagonal of a square is side into root 2 or root 2 into side, then this diagonal you have 10 centimeter is equal to root 2 into side. Okay. So what is your side? Therefore side is equal to 10 upon root 2 is equal to side, and that's why side is equal to, as we have got this 10 upon root 2 multiplying by root 2 to the both, we have got it 5 times root 2, which we have solved before. And of course once you get side you can find the perimeter. So it's very easy to remember formula, that if suppose this is your square, suppose this side is your x, okay, so side into root 2, x root 2, this is your diagonal. So if you remember this concept in this way, x, of course this is a square, this should be a square. So either in a square, this you can relation, or in an isosceles right angle triangle. If the right angle triangle is isosceles, still you can get the same conclusion. If this side is x, the diagonal is always bigger than the side. So if you multiply by a root 2, you can get it. Okay. So you can remember this formula like this. Diagonal of a square is side into root 2. Either you can take it here or afterwards. Side multiplied by root 2, because side is a rational and x is rational. Okay, so in this way you can remember. Okay, or you can remember the side is 1 upon root 2 times of the diagonal. Anyway, meaning is same. Here you can remember because it is 45, 45, 90. Directly also you can go for the formula and find the value of side. Once we find side, it's 4 times you will get the perimeter. Okay, so these are some smart tips. This question can come only for 2 marks. For 1 mark for getting this correct side and 1 mark for getting the correct perimeter. So you can surely go for the shortcut method also. And of course, if it is question for the MCQ, surely you can go for this method which will give you quick correct answer. I hope you have understood how to solve all these sums. If you have understood these sums and the tips given by me, please give me the like and give me your comments. And of course, if you are not yet subscribed the channel, please subscribe. Thank you very much and keep watching.